Performance.
Alright, we're now live for audio, so everybody who is watching, I do apologize if the brightness is a bit high. It is HDR footage, so may not look completely normal until it's finished processing. That being said, we're live here with Les and Daymonicus, so this is our first A-Division match of the series. This is week 1, and everybody will notice that we are fighting Khuzait versus Empire on Trading Post. Not exactly the matchup we expected to have here, but this is the first map and the first round.
Looks like they are running this map, which does mean one of these teams will be forfeiting the tournament, unfortunately. If they're both not planning on playing another match, then they both forfeit, and VK1 takes the gold for ADIV. Very sad to see that they decided not to play the correct map and factions, but they were informed multiple times this is the incorrect map and factions. But it should be a very competitive game nonetheless, and I'm excited to see it.
Hancock on Archer could be a pretty tough matchup for these guys on Ta.
He said he wasn't going to be playing his main class, but this is definitely his main class.
He has a running gag that he's an infantryman, so...
Sounds like something Hancock would do. He's currently shooting at their cav. The cav is exposed on C site.
If we look at the compositions for both teams, we'll see that we have, on Empire's side, Wegnas and Eailiene running cav. And we have 4 infantry, Vampy, Canton, Dylan Z, and Crusader 5. So a classic 4-2 composition from the Ta team. And on the Kuzate side, they are running 2-1-3, Chowski and Popwicz on cav. That's interesting because Popwicz is an EU player playing on NA. And then they have 3 infantry, Yoshie, Vordiak, and Dumplings, as well as Hancock Archer. This is a very open map. Favors cav and archers heavily. And we're getting our first insight. Talk getting pushed right away.
Hancock unable to shoot very much here. Vampy kills Hancock.
Can for unknown here.
Oh, it's shutting him down.
So for the first infight, that is a victory for Ta. Let's see how the unknown team recovers.
Hancock now playing step bow. Maybe he's going to try to loot his old bow back. That'd be the meta. The strategy here? Nope, he's picked up a shield.
He does not have. He did not have his bow out when he died, I don't believe. So he'll be making do with what he has.
Pretty big dismount there.
No damage.
Cleanup from unknown.
I don't think they took any damage there.
The flag is B. It is a closed flag. This does favor Empire for this fight. Especially considering Hancock does not have the more expensive archer class, as he did not have the economy to afford it on the first round. The Ta infantry is gathering at the back of the tunnel, preparing for a B push.
It's just loaded up another shield. Hopefully it'll help them out here a little bit. Comes the push.
Wegnas dismounted in the fight.
That's Eailiene dismounted there.
Eailiene, my apologies.
Now Wegnas is dismounted too. Both the Empire Cav dismounted. Getting lost his shield. Can he stay up? Oh, Cav is abusing him.
That is Eailiene down. Eailiene is out. Crusader 5 is out. 2 out from the Ta side. 3 out from the Ta side. Wegnas falling as well. And that's going to be unknown taking the first round.
Vampy wins these, man. You can't count him short, man. Still up. Still up, man.
Surprising. I would have given the edge there to the Empire faction, but it seems that Unknown was just able to outplay and win that infight on the B flag. Impressive.
That is impressive. I'm surprised. That was Empire's round to win there, man. Does that mean Kuzate gets the snowball early?
It does. The only
Oh.
one who doesn't have enough eco is Hey Vortiak for the triple life spawn.
See if they
So
choose to
depending
use it.
how the fights go, yes, depending how the fights go, it could be that we could see a triple life Khuzait spawn this round. Both Khuzait, Cav going heavy. Big kill on Popwicz from Wegnas there in the Cav duel. That's a heavy Cav life down. Chowski playing safe, coming back to his infantry now. Both teams playing it slow. Empire currently taking the point control with B and C. The Khuzait team are understandably holding A with given Hancock the platform to shoot.
Ooh, Popo gets a good stab there on
Having another cavalry fight.
He's not exactly.
Eailiene taking out Chowski on his first life. Both Khuzait Cav are on their last lives with the weaker class now. And Chowski getting caught up by Wegnas. Chowski low on his second life. Could be out here. He's able to get out and stick to his team, but not a good position for the Cav to be in. Oh, and there's a fight, infantry fight on the stairs down from near B.
Hancock shooting at TintedSkin through the staircase.
Yoshie down.
Crusaders on Hancock on the stairs. Let's see what's going on there. Looks like Hancock's getting the business with Crusader on the staircase, but
Dumplings killing Canton. Great kill. Still winnable from the Khuzait side to win this first infantry fight of this round.
I don't think Crusader dueling Hancock for this long is worth it for his team.
A very spread fight. And it looks like Unknown are going to claim victory in the first infight. Where is Crusader and Hancock? They are still fighting on the stairs.
In the stairs, fighting Hancock.
Hancock able to retreat to his team. And Crusader is now split from the rest of his team. He's going to be looking to reset here and get as much damage as possible. Crusader in a 2v1 at the top. Crusader dies. That's for the reset. The cavalry are now fighting just outside of B.
Fighting on last. They're close to their
All
archers.
Cav are on last now.
This is not looking good for Tall, man. I expected them to play a little better here.
Hancock killing Wegnas. That is Wegnas out.
Crusader gets killed pretty fast there. Kind of seems like this 2v2.
Hancock dies, but that was on first life.
Guys, with his bow out, are they gonna loot it? Shader is looking for the bow right now. He's having a hard time.
Alright, a good infight from Unknown. Or from Ta, but they did lose Wegnas, and it looks like we have... Yeah, we have people spawning in. They're gonna come in here. Right now, this round is definitely going in Unknown's favor.
What is the Taw team doing wrong, would you say, Daymonicus?
Sorry, what was that?
What is the Taw team doing wrong?
I'd say the Taw team is allowing Unknown to play into their strengths right now of Hancock, Archer, being able to apply so much pressure in the fights. As you can see, Hancock is landing so many shots, and especially with Wegnas going out, undoubtedly Taw's best player on their roster. To Hancock, they need to get on that Archer and shut Hancock down. Because Hancock free shooting he is going to land those shots and kill your whole team.
I'd say Todd got
if they
pretty
should-
lucky to have Hancock miss a couple shots there. I was expecting him to land those, but he's still doing very well, obviously. But I think they could have lost the round already here.
The top team needs to put Wegnas on the bow somehow. They need to substitute one of their cav for one of those players to play cav. And Wegnas needs to counter archer. Huge dismount by Crusader. That was crazy.
Unknown, though, does have the opportunity that if Wegnas goes Archer, they could flex into a 2-2-2 with Dumplings as Archer. Also one of the best archers in North America, so... It is quite a scary comp, particularly on this map. A fantastic 2-2-2 map, so...
I'd say this is probably the best 2-2-2 map in the game.
It's up there for sure. A Khuzait victory, though, once again in the last round, and this is now going into the third round of the first half of the first set. And Unknown is up big currently. Khuzait often considered the weakest faction in the game, and statistics show that it is. However, going 2-0 up on it is a big deal. Empire, once again, going for the strat of holding B and C, not wanting to get shot. So the Unknown Cav are contesting C, and it looks like there's going to be another Cav fight on the C flag. Well, that's why you might not want to, though, because that's a dismount on Eailiene. He is now stranded out in the middle of nowhere without a horse. Good, not good for the first fight.
Not good. He's running over back to B. See if Hancock pops him before he gets there.
Eailiene will want to fight with the First Life Infantry to help them in that fight as much as possible.
So Wegnas does here. Exposing himself to fire.
It's a good stab on Chowski.
That shot just barely misses.
Yeah, it's a far distance, especially with that bow to cover. Hit those shots accurately. The Cav moves quick. So these are difficult shots to land. Ooh,
wow, I'm surprised that hit. That was
Heights,
crazy.
man.
Crusader not blocking for some reason. Takes a shot straight to the chest.
That's
Another
the
shot
day.
in the leg of Dylan Z with the spear.
Ooh, Wegnas dismounted.
And that's a
knocked off the
dismount on
building.
Wegnas. No, he caught the ledge there. He will be back.
Caught the
for this
ledge.
fight.
Caught the
But
ledge.
he will be dismounted for this fight.
Both freaking tall cap dismounted. Getting trying to get on Hancock, but Popwicz denies it. Absolute devastation on the tossing right now. Hate to see it.
You know, in unrelated news, it was an
Unknown.
incredibly good idea to have the scoreboard over the chat right now, just for the record.
Yes. Unknown playing to their strengths and Ta letting them. I think this is a big deal. This is a big issue from Ta. What I would have liked to see from this Empire side is maybe actually a skirmisher play from one of their players to try to shut down that archer. But
Would be an idea.
You know, something else other than because this 4-inf push fight is not working out in their favor. Something
Oh, they're
needed to
just
change
charging.
here.
They're
And
throwing
yeah,
a towel.
I believe that. Yeah, for this half of the first set, it looks like Unknown is going to be taking the victory unless a miracle happens here. Quite frankly,
Eailiene doing this very patented sidestep on Yoshie here. I love watching Eailiene play Cav. It's pioneered a lot of the tech here in North America.
Les, would you say Eileen's one of the only people who really does strafing at a very high level? I've heard that said before. I'm not sure who that is.
It'd be me and Eailiene are the only players who really strafe a ton in this community. Eailiene is kind of one who pioneered it in NA. And after I saw him do it a couple times, I started following suit.
We're having an infight here.
In fact, not opting to shoot, because we probably have arrows, first life.
And it looks like the Ta team will wipe up the unknown team, but they do have lives, and they've got damage in, so... Especially with Eailiene dismounted. Are we going to see a spawn here? We are. Their team is spawning. One cav up for each side. Popo on the heavy cav. Oh, sorry, Chowski's also still up on cav. But he is last life. Or no, he still has a life. Okay, that's interesting.
Wegnas not looking to cav to a Popo there. Interesting.
Seems like kind of a missed opportunity to let the archer take the high ground right here.
I'm not sure if they're thinking their Crusader gets headshot for that mistake.
Great kick from Vampy onto Hay, but will it be enough? Great kill from Vampy.
Stab. This is winnable.
They push the archer off the ramp.
Everyone on the Crusade team is extremely low. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a clutch here.
With only 2 infantry up, both cav up and the archer, and 1 inf, it was not going to last, unfortunately. The first set is going to unknown, or the first half of the first set is.
Unknown 3-0. Can Ta stop him? I don't know. We'll find out. On Ta, Crusade versus Unknown Empire. Looks like the second map they'll be playing is Echerion, interestingly enough. Only 2 maps in the pool.
Alright, we're going to get into the second half of the first set now. The sides are swapped, and honestly, I don't think that favors Ta at all, considering they just got 3-0'd on what most would consider the weaker side. And I would agree.
Do you expect Wegnas playing Crusade Archer this time?
I don't think so, unless there's a roster change of some sort.
Yeah, not clear to what degree the rules will be followed, but I believe it wouldn't a roster change require the other team's approval, since
Not
it's the same
a roster
map?
change. I meant a lineup change. Do we think
lineup change, bringing in a sub or something like that.
Or will Crusader be playing Archer? He's warming up Archer right now, looks like. I'm excited about the VK3 versus Dowling's team at 9 East tonight. Your game starts in 1 hour. Fief, you're gonna be playing that game, correct?
Correct. I'll probably be streaming that game as well.
Alright. We will be waiting for the game to end here. One player is missing from the bot side, so there could be a lineup change, bringing in one of their subs possibly.
See if Fmgk pull up right now would be awesome.
Eailiene is the one missing, so we will see who they get to sub in. If they do.
Do we know if he crashed, or is he just, what's the deal there?
Not sure if it's they're bringing in a sub to try a different comp or a different player, or if he's just not loaded in yet. Okay, it looks like they are playing Eailiene. They're sticking the same group of players.
Did they sub somebody in?
No, they are running Eailiene again.
Same players, let's see if the comp changes. That the Lord wasn't playing originally,
Ooh,
was
a
he?
lineup change. Yeah, no, they switched out Hay for Matt the Lord. Hay Vortiak has been put on the bench to sub in Matt the Lord. An interesting change. Not sure if it was necessary, but we will see if this roster change up or if this lineup changes anything in the match. Here we go. We have Popo and Chowski on Cav. We do have Wegnas on Archer. Wegnas on Archer with Dylan Z and Eailiene on Cav. So they are trying to get use out of Wegnas on Archer.
Dylan Z on Cav, that's interesting.
Dylan Z has been playing Cav a lot more recently and has gotten significantly better, but I would not put him in the same caliber as these players just yet for Cavalry. But we will see how it goes. Maybe Wegnas on Archer will make a big difference.
Look at Dylan Z right now. He's currently dismounted, hiding over a corner like he's Alejandro.
Yes, he is trying to go for a Cav cheese to cheese them around the corner and try to get a dismount. But the imp fight is starting. The unknown players have pushed in and are putting pressure on the Ta infantry. Good stabs in from the Cav crash from Ta.
Ooh, Dumpling's going down early.
Dumpling's going down early. Eailiene dismounted by Wegnas. Or sorry, by Hancock. It's a very good first fight from Ta on the Kuzate side, and Matt the Lord falling to Crusader 5 spear. Eailiene getting shot. But it looks like Unknown will actually claim the first infight victory against the Empire Unknown side, which is quite surprising.
Hancock team hit Yoshie just now. I'm on the back. Vampy dismounting.
It's not over yet. Yoshie able to kill Canton 1v1.
Damn, what a shot by Hancock.
The Empire team rallying around to defend Hancock from the second life. The second live stepping up to ensure the first lives do not push Hancock.
One thing that Yoshie was doing a great job of was baiting shots for Hancock. He was trying to turn away. What's his name? Crusader, I think it was.
Yeah. That was a very good play, and the Ta team claims victory in the first infight. However, Hancock is still on his first life, still up and shooting. So Hancock getting a lot of value right now as that Archer, and another great shot on Crusader. Shooting under the feet there of the horrible Kuzate shield.
Canton spawned Rabble second life instead of Spear Infantry. I wonder why he did that. How much is that Rabble
That's
cloth?
interesting. 90, so what their team could do is they could all spawn Rabble this life and then have triple life for the next round, but we will see. That does look like what their team is doing. It looks like the Ta team is taking a strategic play here to all spawn Rabble on the first round and have stronger eco for the next round.
Honestly smart. This is probably the play. That should be meta, dude. I've never seen that done before.
It is a strategy employed a lot on EU, if you weren't aware.
I was not. I learn something new every day. I mean, that's fantastic. That makes a lot of sense. That's why I lose an additional round just to start your snowball.
Well, it is situational, though, right? What I will say is that against a faction like Vlandia, for example, or any of the heavy factions that have to spawn Peasant second life, normally taking the 2 Spear Infantry is better, as you can potentially win that first round when they have weaker lives.
Right, but Empire doesn't have that, so yeah.
Empire doesn't have that, yeah. So in this case, it does actually make sense if they want to stay safe and play for 3 rounds going forward. Since the that's still early, so it would be 4-3 after the first set, and then they could go for a win in the second map.
Right, exactly.
Echerion, infantry-focused map, more so compared to this. So we will see how it goes. And we have a fight on the sea flag. Yeah, going as expected, considering they spawned Rabble with the Kuzate side getting cleaned up, but that is what they wanted.
Well, the eco play makes more sense since they're playing more than one map. It's something that you can't do as much if you're only playing one map.
That's true, especially considering they got 3-0'd. And also because they are going into Empire, like I said, which is a good strategy. Could also be good against Aserai as well, considering they have triple lives. Right, any faction like Empire and Aserai that get their full lives from the start don't have to worry about eco as much. But here we go, we have double heavy cav from the unknown side. The weakest heavy class in the game from the Empire, the Cataphracts. Very short lance.
I think they had the best horse though. This is the trade-off there. Like that's the heaviest horse you can get. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes. I believe it's the heaviest horse, but it's not the most maneuverable or the fastest, if that makes sense.
Right. So the Mamluk has the fastest horse in the game, heavy cap horse.
Yes,
I
and
think
the
Mamluk's the best heavy cap in the game.
They had the ridiculous.
actually,
bamboo
statistically, I
slants.
believe the Druznik, looking at stats for a lot of the high-end cav players, is actually the best heavy cav class.
Really?
Yeah, it's surprising to most people, including those players. But if we looked at the stats on the bot, the Druznik, it has an excellent horse all around. Very high mobility, maneuverability, and high health as well. So it's up there with the Mamluk horse as well, though not as fast.
No, bum missing an amazing couch. If we would have got that, that'd been amazing for Wegnas.
The top team pushing down though and clearing out unknown, doing excellently in these infights currently.
Is Imp is just officially better than Legionaries? Like, what's going on?
Well, Legionary and Empire actually have very similar armor values since they run melee expert on the Empire side. The Empire armor without the improved armor perk is only slightly more armor than the Khuzait faction with the improved armor perk. So,
Which is true. You know, but if the Empire were to go with the mace and improved armor, it has the same amount of armor as the Vlandia and Sergeant, which is what I've chosen to do. Speaking about the lower divisions in EDIV, that is the comp we run on Empires, all my infantry. Take the mace and the armor. Just because it's such a low division, I think it's better for them to have the armor.
I would agree with that take, but what I will say about the issue with the mace in this matchup particularly is the axe is so much faster.
Oh, yeah.
And does more damage because they have the lighter armor, right? So
Oh, that's huge.
the axe will do
Oh my
more
god, that was
damage versus
that
the
was
mace.
drastic.
Big plays coming out on both sides.
Hancock goes down.
Hancock goes down, but he was on his first life, so he was being baited.
Yeah, he's already shooting.
We
for
have
spawn right
Wegnas
away.
out, Eailiene out, and Vampy probably going to press X and also be out to hold the spawn. So the Khuzait, the fight's still going on. Matt the Lord is out. All the Empire faction is on their last life. And it looks like we are going to have X presses from the Khuzait side to save their...
Or
oh, no.
not.
Oh, or not. No, their infantry did spawn. Dylan Z, though, going out. As he did not have the eco for a third life.
They spawned
3d5.
Rabble though.
I was expecting
Yeah,
to see a
there is
snowball
a
here.
rabble
What
spawn.
happened?
I was expecting they were going to hold. They still have 5 up on the Empire side and just try to get as many rounds as possible as they could on Khuzait after this.
A couple of these
but,
guys had enough for spear infantry, didn't they? They had 30 gold left. Wouldn't
No,
that be
they did
enough?
not.
Were they short 10?
Yeah, short 10, short 10.
Dylan
This is
Z
130,
probably
not
had
130.
enough money, but pressed X.
No,
So,
he
let's
did
see
not
if we
have.
can-
I do not think he had enough money. Because he spawned
Even after the
Cav
save
twice
last
in the
round?
first
Oh, that's
round.
huge! Oh my
yeah.
god, that's crazy.
Oh, Crusader spawned Archer. Interesting. Pick on Popo. Yeah, it's
It's
now a
a-
4v3. This is suddenly looking much more winnable. Especially with Ta being able to secure loot for themselves. Something the Empire Cav has to keep in mind is that the Khuzait Archer does not have Hunter, which gives the bonus against horses, but the Peasant Archer class does that the Khuzait have, so he has to be careful with that horse. Chowski could very easily get dismounted here.
Ooh, huge
And
hit on
Chowski
Crusader.
sitting on the Archer, getting a good stab in. Crusader trading back with a blow. The Cav just right now just holding up the Archer. Canton shield broken, gets shot, and he's going to go down as he cannot block after that shot. Dumplings and Vampy engage in a 1v1 outside of B. The second imp is going to come in and try to help him clear this up. Yoshie coming in, and that is going to be another Empire victory. They has to be careful now, as looking at their eco, this is looking like it could be another 3-0 for Unknown.
6-0 on this map is pretty tough. Pretty tough. I see why Unknown was wanting this to be the final for the entire tournament. I mean, must have had a good feeling about winning this one today here.
All right, we have the Crusader 5, the best infantry in North America, on the Archer class, putting Wegnas back on Cav. Wegnas gonna try to make the difference on Cav once more, but they do have the Archer, Crusader 5, a very good Archer player in his own right. Let's see if it's enough to counter Hancock and their team. He opted to go with the shield instead of the better bow.
Hancock taking the shield perk too. Is that the meta pick for that Archer class?
For most people, yes, it is. There's the head because it doesn't have the Empire Archer doesn't have the it's not like the Crusade Archer where it gets a shield. Oh, huge kill from Chowski onto Crusader the Archer. Not looking like that was the right call.
Even if he had not died there, he would have been knocked out of the fight effectively by falling down.
Yeah.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Yeah, an absolute stomp from the Empire side that time around. They need that Crusader 5 in the imp fight there, it looks like.
It's hard to imagine a win for the Crusades at this point, even for this round.
Yes, it looks like some of them are trying to go double rabble to try to get third lives here. Crusader will go down. That is Crusader out. That is unfortunate. Crusader likely wanted to go rabble with the looter perk to try to loot some kills, so he could spawn as a third life, but that did not play out as he went out immediately in the next fight.
The patented strafing from
Eailiene out. Strafing caused him to get shot, which dismounted him. And it's going to be Canton and Vampy that's left.
You know, Canton's from Australia. He wins these. I have to say, Canton, one of the better players.
True.
Canton with VK tags on has the highest potential as the only member here with VK tags on to win this match. If anyone can do it, it's Canton. Crocodile
Canton
Dundee
wearing 2 TAW tags and a VK tag.
Okay, Stu up. No
Canton getting absolutely destroyed for the back as he gets shot and slashed twice and shot.
a pretty bad back
more.
shot.
What an amazing shot by Hancock. And that's going to be 6-0.
6-0 on
Getting hard to watch here.
Unknown versus TAW. Absolute Stomp Town.
I will say that is
Coming from
definitely the unknown map though, so.
See, I think they're going to play Echerion next. They might have a chance on Echerion. You know, maybe Crusader can roach. But I don't know. It's not looking good right now. They'd have to 6-0 on the next map to just tie. The win is off the table for TAW, but the tie is still within reach.
Tiebreaker. Which wouldn't have a winner, so.
I mean, I think it would be absolutely crazy if they're able to get a tie here. I don't think it's going to be possible just because Hancock has crossbow on Vlandia and Oathsworn. What's that noble longbow?
Fian
champion over on
yeah, the noble
Titania. This is a good map for an archer. You know, Zana, you can play an archer on Zana, but it's not the best. This map definitely has great spots for archers.
Zana is Hancock's self-admitted favorite archer map. He loves that map. He loves playing up close archer. He is tough to kill. He does have really tricky movement, much better movement than most other archers in the game. So.
Hancock says he likes playing Zana not because it's the best archer map, though. Let's be real here. It's because it's more challenging. That's why he enjoys it.
Possibly, but on an infantry-focused map, perhaps you like Zana because you typically only see one cav run, so it's harder for the cav to counter him, to push him on that map.
This is just my take. I don't think cavalry counters archers whatsoever. I think archers counter cavalry.
That is a cav player opinion. It can be both.
I think it's almost suicide to run at an archer when the archer knows you're coming every time. I feel like he has
It does feel that way to me, from my limited experience. Not as an archer, and never only as cav.
I mean, Daymonicus, you consider yourself cav player. You feel like cavalry honestly hard counters archers in this game?
It depends on how it's played. I'm sure you've seen Alejandro be able to sit. If you were just able to sit on the archer and just prevent them from shooting, if they have a very influential archer, like a high skilled player archer like Hancock, that can be enough.
It's true.
Chowski kind of did that round as a demo to Daymonicus' point.
Yeah, because if you full speed in, charge the archer with the attempt to kill them, if they're a good archer, they will hit you, they will shoot you every time. But if you just approach and just sit on them, then that actually is a pretty big counter to the archer. And we do have Hancock on the crossbow. Only one cav from unknown, it looks like. Yeah, only one cav. Chowski. And 2 cav. We're running another typical 4-2 on the Britannia side. Britannia side Ta.
Where did their crossbowmen go?
Hancock is in the tunnel. And we're getting the first infight underway.
Wegnas.
Both cav pushing the archer, and see what I mean? Hancock immediately down by the 2 cav. That's really big for Ta, getting Hancock out of the fight early.
Probably the most important thing for them,
good kill by Dumplings.
Hancock, though, instantly drops, coming back to fire again into the fight. It's a kill.
This kid come back on second life.
Yoshie team dismounts Chowski.
First life still
always
fighting.
the ironic
Chowski
thing.
is able to remount. That's big. That's a big deal.
It's kind of the ironic thing
Chowski's
with
still on first life.
Vlandia and Britannia. They both have these, more expensive first lives, and they always spawn peasant. And so that's kind of the ironic thing about losing the first fight is you get the loot.
Yeah, you almost want to lose the first fight. It's very strange. Like, if you lose the first fight, you're gonna get the loot on your second lives. So, but I mean, it's weird to say, oh, you should lose the first fight. That doesn't make any sense either.
Britannia does have the best statistics, though, for peasant class, and they do spawn with longswords if they choose to get their weapons back anyways. So. But the fight's underway here. Hey, Vortiak falling. Matt the Lord falling.
Pretty up for Britannia, for Tom, I think.
Yeah, things looking really good for Britannia currently. And it's looking like Ta is going to take the first round on the closed map at Echerion.
Ooh.
Mr. Eailiene carrying as Cav.
If Eailiene is allowed to run loose, he will massive score.
Is he trying to bait a stab here? What's going on?
I think this dude's trying.
Ah, yes,
Maybe
his horse
just
was
not work,
low,
though.
so...
It's one of the best infantry in the game.
500
So we'll see
score
how
and
Spears
possibly winnable.
It seems unlikely, but
Not
it
if
could
he's
happen.
going to go in like that.
Chowski doing some crazy tech stuff.
Oh, just playing safe right now.
Wow.
Huge on
Great
Crusader.
stab.
Getting that stab on
Great
Crusaders
stab.
is huge.
Chowski just needs
That's
to
going to be the
take a
dismount, and that's going to probably be the round. Yeah, and Ta, indeed, claiming the first victory.
Toss
the
stops
first
the
round
stomp,
on.
baby.
Hopefully this is the momentum change the Ta team needs to get some wind in their sails and come back.
I believe
hoping
if
for a,
Unknown wins a single round, it's their win, right?
yeah.
Yes, it
Just
would
one.
be. The Ta playing for their lives right now.
Except for
The fight starting on the A flag. Hancock killing Eailiene. Not good for the Britannia side.
this is not looking good for
Hancock
Britannia's
kills Wegnas as well. This is a terrible first fight from Ta.
Unknown was a little too cocky in that first round. They're clapping back now.
Oh, that was crazy.
Hancock
Getting a kick with no
slick
the crossbow.
kick shot. Got style points at that point. And that was a
It's kinda-
clean, dominant victory from Unknown in that first fight on the second round. Ta gonna
I'd
have
probably,
to play exceptionally now to try to clinch for a victory here.
I would definitely be shouting if I got kick-shotted on a competitive skirmish match.
Eailiene able to trade for Chowski's first life. That's a good first start. Chowski now in last life. And we have the second in fight, but with the Vlandian first life still. Hancock getting an amazing jump shot onto Wegnas. Who, if he goes out here, that would surely... Oh, and that is it. I called it. Wegnas is out. That is huge for the Unknown side, getting the best enemy CAD out. Team took a lot of damage in that fight,
Wegnas is out.
and
Not
Wegnas
looking
is
good.
out.
Not looking good.
Team looking to start the fight early, maybe pressure on Hancock. Canton accidentally team killing his own cavalry, not a good look. That's not good for Ta's prospects here. Vampy dying to a bump.
It's
Looking
Jover.
like this is going to be the match.
GG. Up. Wegnas has rage quit the server.
7-1 is the official score.
Ta team is completely rage quitting.
Well, the match has been decided, so they could play out, but playing out a whole nother game after you know it's lost, I respect it.
It's over. It's all over. This has been the only match Unknown was willing to compete in the tournament. Hopefully, we'll be seeing at least Ta sticking around to fight VK in a 6-match ADIV season. If not, both these teams decide they don't want to fight VK1 in the BSL Skirmish League. It's Jover. VK1 wins, but I'm hoping to see that these teams will stick around and actually play a real match against VK1. But it sounds like they wanted to call this the final. I don't know. What's your take, Daymonicus? Do you think it's Joe for A division?
I mean, that'll be up to the TAW and Unknown teams, I suppose.
Well, they did just play this match tonight as if it was a part of the BSL, but this match is nothing, it's not affiliated. They played with the teams, might as well have been a practice match. They were supposed to play Echerion Empire versus Sturgia, and then Town Outskirts Empire, Vlandia versus Empire. So, I don't know, we'll have to see what happens after this, but this certainly wasn't a BSL match. BSL teams are.
We'll have to edit the BSL logo out of the stream and also change the title and description.
Definitely should, because this has nothing to do with BSL, completely outside of...
Well, either way, it was a high skill level skirmish match, an entertaining one at that. It is unfortunate that TAW wasn't able to clutch any rounds together, but...
I wouldn't even call it high skill level.
But...
Whoa.
That wasn't really high skill level, man. That was a stomp. There was no...
That's not high skill level, doesn't mean that it was high skill players.
If we look at the TAW team that was playing, we had Canton. Even on Unknown, we had 848. We had some players that I wouldn't consider to be very super skilled. I mean, they could play in B division. But
I mean, sure, but you know, we have
it was a match.
The best of the players. I mean, it's certainly higher skilled than any recent matchmaking game, that's for sure.
I suppose that's accurate.
All players able to play in the A div and do well. So.
Well, we'll have to see what happens. My wheels are exploding. What is that? Is everyone else hearing those notifications?
No.
I think it's just on your side. But anyways, thanks everyone for watching.
Oh.
That being said, we'll have another match here pretty soon. It'll be Chunky here. We're gonna have a post-match interview with Chunky.
Dude, TAW is buns, man. I predicted it. I said in general I said it was gonna be an unknown stop. TAW doesn't have, A div players. They're buns. Canton's buns, Z's buns, Vampy buns.
Give me a 30-second rundown. I missed the match, please. Give me a 30-second rundown.
Unknown stomped them 7-1.
So, Chunky Monkey, what you're saying is you self-admittedly bombed the TAW team by
TAW needed me.
their roster.
That just proves TAW needed me and Falcon.
You are needed. You are needed on TAW.
Yep.
Well, we do have a C-Div match coming up. I'm going to probably rally my B team, as many of those players as I can, to fight the C-Div team to get them warmed up and ready for this match. If anyone's interested in playing right now, Vic, it'd be cool if you could play one, maybe. But let's
I hop into MM real quick, but
let's go look. MM.
All right, everyone. I think we'll call